Hey guys, Mellow Modesty here, and today I'm going to be reviewing a anime Blu-ray for you, and that movie is called Redline. Redline is a very, very ambitious anime put out by Madhouse. It took over 7 years to make, and it took 100,000 cells of animation with no CG whatsoever. It almost made the company go bankrupt because it sold less than favorably. The story follows JP, who is our character on the front here, and basically he is a street racer, and there's all of these different races, these very extreme races, that are sort of like death races because you're allowed to have weapons and nitro, and so he is one of the racers in this, and the film basically starts off with all of these racers in something called the Yellow Line, which is the second biggest race in the world, or in the galaxy, should I say. Whoever wins Yellow Line, or like the first 7, 8 maybe, people who win Yellow Line get to go to Redline, which is the most extreme racing event in the galaxy, and all of this stuff is illegal. And so JP does not win Yellow Line. He actually loses. He gets right up there, but the race was fixed, so his car blows up and he loses. However, 2 of the racers who are going to go to Redline drop out because they're like, this is too dangerous, I don't want to die. So basically, all the people vote who they want to be the substitutes for the people who have dropped out. And JP gets voted as one of the substitutes, so now he is in the Redline racing competition. That is basically the plot. There's a lot of underneath stuff. There's a love story that goes on that is decent. It's not a great love story, but it's not terrible. There's also this stuff with like the cops trying to stop Redline and like these factions warring, and that stuff's really stupid. I really lost concentration towards that stuff. I didn't find it very interesting at all. Also, there is a story between JP and one of his mechanics and their relationship, which was sort of like the love story where it was okay, it wasn't terrible, but it could have been more interesting. And so that is basically the story. I really like this cover to this movie because I really feel like it sums up the movie very, very fast and very, very exhilarating, exciting. There's a lot of stuff like this where the cars sort of stretch to show how fast they're going, and it's really, really interesting. The animation in this is why would you watch Redline? You'd watch it for the animation, because the animation in this is unmatched by anything else I have ever seen in anime. This is the most impressive anime movie I have ever seen when it comes to animation. There is not a single hiccup. It looks cel-shaded. It is just amazing. For only an hour and a half it's only about an hour and a half, 102 minutes, they use 100,000 cells of animation without any CG. That is very impressive. I mean, the person who told me to watch this, he said, this is amazingly animated, and I still was surprised at how well this was animated. It was just very impressive. You just really have to see it to believe it. I could tell you it's the most amazingly well animated movie of all time, and then you would watch it and you would still be surprised because it is just that good. It's really extreme, it's very comical. There's many times where you laugh because you're like, oh my god, did that really just happen? One of my favorite racers is a police officer who beats up his interviewers, and they ask him, wasn't that violating civil rights? And he was like, oh yeah, it was. And I don't know. It's just a very funny and very awesome movie. If I were to compare it to anything, I would say it's a much better Speed Racer. There's some cool stuff with like going really fast, where, as you can see on the back, their nose starts to bleed and they almost get vaporized by the intense speed. It's just very crazy. As for the picture on the Blu-ray, it looks amazing. If you're gonna buy an anime on Blu-ray, you should buy Redline on Blu-ray because it is just striking. It is so beautiful. For the special features on this Blu-ray, There's not that much, as with most anime. You don't get a whole lot of special features. You get the Perfect Guide to Redline and the Quick Guide to Redline. They're both basically just interviews and how this film was created sort of deals. They're interesting to watch, but they're whatever. And then also there's the trailer from 2006, which, it's a trailer. You have the movie. Why would you watch the trailer? But anyways, it's a very interesting movie. I definitely highly suggest it. On a story standpoint, it's pretty weak. It's not awful, but it's pretty weak. The second act of it is definitely the weakest, as most things. Their second act is the weakest. But like when the cops are in it and trying to stop the Redline race from happening, it just I sort of lost my interest with it. But then it picks right back up and race to the home stretch. The home stretch of the race is just breathtaking to watch. I highly, highly recommend this film to anyone who wants to see what animated films are capable of, because it is really, really amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Redline Blu-ray. I hope you take it into consideration when possibly buying this film. And yeah, have a good day.